Rusty the dog has recently visited the Viking era and loved seeing all the impressive clothing that the people wore. He noticed that their clothes were decorated with lots of interesting bits of weaving and lengths of braided wool. In this video, you can see one of the techniques that the Viking people would have used to create lengths of braid from wool. This first style is called Lucet Braiding or weaving, and it uses a lucet tool and a single length of wool. The wool is wrapped in a figure 8 around the 2 prongs of the tool, which is then turned over. One of the wool loops is then taken up to loop over the top of the prong before turning the lucet tool over again. In this way, a continuous set of loops is formed, and a square-shaped braid gradually forms. Lucet tools would have originally been carved from wood. Modern versions in wood or plastic can be purchased, or here you can see one made from the V of a tree branch. Another fun and simple style of braiding is one that uses a disc, with 8 notches around the edge and 7 strands of wool. To make a braid, take 7 strands of wool and knot them together at one end. Then thread the strands through the hole in the middle of your disc. Take the long lengths of wool and hook each length into the notches all around the edge of the disc. You will notice that you end up with one notch that is empty. Don't worry, there is a reason for this. Position your disc with the empty notch facing towards you and count 3 spaces to the right or to the left if you're left-handed. Take the length of wool from that 3rd notch and move it over to the empty notch. Rotate the disc around so that the notch that is now empty is in front of you. Again, count 3 notches to the right and move that length of wool into the empty notch. Keep repeating this step over and over, and a length of braid will gradually begin to form through the hole in the centre of the disc. Once your length of braiding is long enough, remove the wool from the disc and make a knot at the end. Chop off any leftover bits and you can tie the braiding around your wrist into a bracelet. If you would like to join in with more of Rusty's adventures or find out about Western Museum's learning programme for schools and community groups, head to the Western Museum website at www.westernmuseum.org.